Let's go live. Let's go live. Let's go live. Are we live now, guys? Are we live now? It's not showing me as live. Let's go live. Let's go live. Let's go live. ओए ओए दिखा रहा है भाई लाइव दिखा रहा है लाइव दिखा रहा है. I'm so sorry guys. I'm so sorry. I was just checking. ठीक है. हाँ भाई सब राज्य खुशी भाई क्या हाल चाल है तुम्हारे. सो वी आर बैक टू डू द रामायण सेशन. हमने अभी तक शायद आई गेस 15-16 चैप्टर पढ़ लिए थे. वी आर ऑन द 18 चैप्टर और द 17 चैप्टर. We will see at what chapter we are. But what we are doing here, we are doing the reading session of original Ramayan by Valmiki ji, and we are doing uh, Sanskrit to English translation, and we are reading it in English. So it's very important. It's very beautiful that you join me. That's beautiful. You can like, subscribe, and comment. How do you feel about it? But let's start. Let's not waste much of our time. कल मेरे को थोड़ी ज्यादा खांसी हो गई थी तो शायद मैंने खांसते खांसते या वो पूरा चैप्टर पढ़ा था. हालांकि वो बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग था तो मैं शायद फुल इंटरेस्ट के साथ मैं नहीं पढ़ पाया था क्योंकि ये मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ. मुझे पूरा फील आना चाहिए जब मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ तो. सो आई विल मेक श्योर दैट इट इज. आई थिंक अगर मैं पीछे वाली लाइट ऑन कर दूँ तो ज्यादा लाइट नहीं आएगी क्या. 2 सेकंड तो 1 मिनट रुको. इज इट बेटर. I don't know how much it might brighten up the room, but I don't think it affect much on my screen. You don't see the you don't need to see the background of it, but let's see. So we are already into the live session. Let me just share this screen. Let's That's the screen of my phone. Now let's go to my browser. That's the browser I have. And here I'm reading Kanda chapter 18. I guess I should read this chapter one more time. ठीक है क्योंकि कल मैं थोड़ा सा खांसते हुए पढ़ रहा था. So I not have done justice to it, to be very honest. I felt that maybe I have done it, but for my sake, I am feeling to read it again. After the completion of Vedic ritual, all the king and sage Risharanga took leave to Dasharatha and went away to their countries. After some time, Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, and Shatrughna are born. Their virtues in childhood and spiritual connected thereto are depicted here. Dasharatha then contemplated the marriage of the prince, since marrying son after completion of education is customary. At the juncture, at the juncture, sage Vishwamitra arrived at the court of Dasharatha seeking help for the king. From the king, Dasharatha received him, adoring his high esteem. So here we begin. On the completion of the horse ritual of high soul Dasharatha, the god the gods have received their portion of sacrificial oblation returned to their adobe. I think a gods होना चाहिए था. Returned to their abode as they have come. The king, completing his concertary vows held for horse ritual, earned Ayodhya city along with the company of his queen, servants, guard, and vehicles. The other kings who arrived for the ritual are delighted when befittingly honored by the king Dasharatha, and they too return to their countries after suitably adoring the eminent sage Vashishta. The entourages of those kings who set forth homeward from the city are highly gladdened and shone forth in fine fettle. On the departure of visiting kings, then the fortunate King Dasharatha entered the city of Ayodhya, keeping eminent Brahman priests ahead of him in the procession. well adored by the king Dasharatha's sage Rishiringa, who also traveled along with his wife Shanta, followed by his father-in-law King Romapada, and along with the other co-travelers, namely the entourage of Romapada. On dispersing all of them, King Dasharatha gratifyingly dwelled there in Ayodhya with a sated heart, dwelling upon the birth of his son. On completion of the ritual, 6 seasons have passed by. Then in the 12th month, that is Chaitra Masa, and on the ninth day of and on the ninth day of the Chaitra Masa, Chaitra month, when it is Punar Vashu Kshatriyukt Navami Tithi, that is when the ruling star of the ninth day is in Punarvasu, for which Aditi is presiding deity, and when five of the nine planets, Surya, Kuja, Guru, Shukra, and Sani, are in Uttarayana. Namely, when those planets are in a session in their respective house, Mesha, Makar, Karata, Meena, Tula, Rashi. When the Chandrayukta Guru, Karak, Kirk, Jupiter in conjunction with Moon is ascendant in Cancer, and when the day is advancing, Queen Kaushalya gave birth to a son with all the divine attributes like lotus, red eye, lengthy arm, roseate lips, voice like drumbeat, and who took birth to delight the Ishwaku dynasty and adored by all the worlds, and who is greatly blessed, epitome of Vishnu, namely Rama. Twice 6 months have rolled away since great sacrifice was over, and in the first month of the new year, on the ninth day of the bright fortnight, Lord of the world chose to take human form and send down half of his essence as a son of Kaushalya, henceforth to be known as Rama, the world honored one, the crowning glory of the grand line of Ishwaku, and the sum of all perfection, the constellation The constellation Punarvasu, of which Aditi was regent, was chosen to preside at his birth. The Sun, Mars, Jupiter, Venus, and Saturn are in accession in their respective house. Aries, Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces, and Libra, Jupiter and the Moon were in conjunction. The rising sign was Cancer, and Kaushalya shone with unparalleled effulgence even as Aditi was gave birth to Indra. The Lord of Shining One, the Vajra wielder, Kaushalya shone forth with such a sun whose resplendence is unlimited, as with Lady Aditi, who once stood out with her son Indra, the best one among gods. Queen Kaikeyi gave birth to Bharata, one embodied with all merits and whose truthfulness itself is his valor, and who is fourth component of manifest Vishnu, namely Rama. Queen Sumitra then gave birth to two sons who are embodied epitome of Vishnu, namely Lakshmana and Shatrughna, who are valiant one and expert in all kind of weaponry. With the dawn of sun on the next day, fair-minded Bharata is born under Pisces, where Swami, the star of the day, later the son of Sumitra, namely Lakshmana and Shatrughna, are born under Cancer, where Ashela is the star of the day. That is the 10th of Chaitra month. यहाँ लिखा है Rama is born on the ninth day of Chaitra month. Bharata is born in the earlier part of the next day, the 10th of Chaitra, earlier to his younger brother And then Lakshmana and Shatrughna are born on the later part of the 10th day. Pushya is the name of the month, and here it means the eighth mentioned. The ninth is called Ashlesh or the snake. It is evident from this that Bharata, though his birth is mentioned before that of the twins, was the youngest of the four brothers and Rama's junior by 11 months. 11-month gap between Rama and Bharata is unapparent in the words of verse. This may be from some other version of Ramayana. Thus, there are four great souled sons of Dasharatha born on separate instant who are virtuous, charming, and by brilliance they are stimulant with two stars of each of asterism called Punarbhadra or Uttarabhadra. The word prosta is cow, pada feet, the feet of the cow. It is also the name of the asterism Purvabhadra or Uttarabhadra, containing star in the wing of Pegasus, each of which will have two stars, and all of the four stars make perfect square. Like the pair of star, the brother also move in pairs. Ram Lakshmana, Bharat Shatrughna. The celestial singer sang melodiously, paradisial, dancing parties danced, divine drum drummed, and heaven rained flower. With all this, there is a great festivity in Ayodhya with thronging people. Hilarity filled the street with people stampeding them, and with the flurry of actors, dancers, singers, instrumentalists, as well by other onlookers. And there on the streets, widely strewn, are all kind of gem appreciating the artist. The king gave worthy gift to elogists, bard, singers, panegyrists, and to the Brahmins he gave funds and wealth in the form of thousands of cow. Elapsed are 11 days, and the naming ceremony is performed. Then Vashishta, the chief priest, named the high-souled elders one as Rama, Kaikeyi's son as Bharata, and the one son of Sumitra as Lakshmana, and the other as Shatrughan. The word Rama is defined as Ramanate Sarve Jagah Guna Asim Iti Rama. He who all the people take delight for his virtueness, thus he is Rama. The name Rama is very old, so say Padma Purana. Shreya, फिर तो संस्कृत है. Bharata is defined as this Bharata is because he bears the burden of the kingdom of Rama during Ram exile. Lakshmana is the favored flourisher. The wealth of selfless dedication is in him. Hence, Lakshmana, one who is endowed with favored dedication. Lakshmana is heartily dedicated dedication to Rama, and he always wished to reside by the side of his brother. Shatrughna is always an enemy destroyer. The naming ceremony acquires a particular significance because Vasishta, the Purohit, well-wisher, Purahita, future, well-wisher, well-wisher advisor about the future of kingdom, named these princes with a vision into the future. The king feasted Brahmins, urbanites, and villagers, and he gifted many valuable gems to Brahman in an unlimited way. and all the rituals of birth and ceremony sequel to it, like naming ceremony, first feeding ceremony, first hair removal ceremony, and sacred thread ceremony are performed in respect of the princes. Among those princes, the eldest one, Rama, is like a flagstaff and a delight to his father Dasharatha, and he become acceptable to all, being like the self-created Brahma. All the princes, all the princess, all the prince are scholar in Veda, valiant one, all are interested in the welfare of the world, all are intellectuals, and all of them possess an air of probity. Among them, the great resplendent Rama, whose valor itself in its truthfulness is dearer one to all the world like a tranquil moon. Rama is admittedly a champion of riding elephant and horse, also in tactical charioting, and he rejoices in the art of archery and absorbed in the obedient service of his father. Right from childhood, Lakshmana, the enhancer of prosperity, is always amiable toward his world charming elder brother Rama. Lakshmana, who is endowed with a wealth of dedication, dedicated himself to Rama with the bodily service, and while performing all agreeable deeds in respect of Rama, he behaved like Rama's alter ego. The best among men, the man Rama does not get his sleep without Lakshmana. He would not eat food brought from him, however delicious it may be, without Lakshmana. Whenever Raghav Raghava mounts a horse and goes on a hunting game, Lakshmana rushes after him wielding his bow as a square. Lakshmana's younger brother Shatrughna is a dear one to Bharata. Like the Bharata too held Shatrughna dearer than his own life. King Dasharatha is highly gladdened with the four of his highly fortunate sons, like the forefather Brahma with gods in heaven. When all of the four sons are thus prospering with prudence, gifted with all the merits, self conscious to do the wrong deeds, well known of their gentility, knower of pros and cons, and even the conscientious prince, then their father Dasharatha is contented in respect all of them who are such radiantly brilliant and potential prince like Brahma. Even those tigerly men, namely the prince, are engrossed in the studies of Veda, delighted to render service to their father, and they are also an expert in art of archery. Then the noble soul Dasharatha contemplated along with his priestly teachers and relative about the matrimonial alliance of his son. While the great soul Dasharatha is discussing the marriage of princes among his ministers, the highly powerful sage Vishwamitra arrived. Desirous to have an audience with the king, Vishwamitra said to the doorkeeper, "Let the king be informed quickly that I, son of Gadi from the dynasty of Kushi, have come." On listening those words, all the doorkeepers are dumbfounded, and ushered by those words, they quickly rush to the palace of Dasharatha. Then, on their arriving at the king palace, the doorkeeper have announced to the king of Ishwaku, namely Dasharatha, about the arrival of sage Vishwamitra. On hearing the message from doorkeepers, Dasharatha is highly pleased, and he has gone toward Vishwamitra in a self-possessed manner, along with royal priest, as Indra would ceremoniously go toward Brahma. Then, on seeing the resplendent sage Vishwamitra, whose radiance is by his own associates and who have served self discipline, the king offered water with gladsome aspect as first customary hospitality in receiving unexpected guests. On receiving water from the king, scripturally and customarily, Vishwamitra inquired after well-being and welfare of King Dasharatha. That highly righteous sage Vishwamitra asked the king after the well-being of the city, exchequer, ruler area, and friend and relative. Sage Vishwamitra asked Dasharatha, are all of the provisional king acquiescent to you and all your enemies conquered? Are you properly performing the devotional and social work? And on meeting the eminent sage Vishwamitra, with them the other exalted sage, according to custom, Vishwamitra asked after their well being. Then, adoringly invited by the king Dasharatha, all of them gladly entered the palace and they took their seat according to protocol. Then the very generous king Dasharatha is gladdened to hear the arrival of Vishwamitra, and he spoke this way, feeling happy to adore that sage. I deem your arrival is in the vein of mortal attaining ambrosia, rainfall in the droughty land, a barren father begetting a son through his deserving wife, a regain of long lost treasure, and the gladness at the great happening. O great saint, welcome to you. O Brahman, as I am the one who is delighted of your arrival, and as you are most eligible recipient from me, what is that choicest object of yours to be fulfilled by me? In which way, when dower of respect for me, your rival is fortunate, whereby my birth is fructified and my life flourished today. Wherever I could see a great Brahman like you visiting my home, therefore the sun appears to have dawned in my night. Originally, your glory was explicit by your title, Kingly Sage, and subsequently you attained the absolute sainthood by your SSCs, and you are vulnerable to me in many ways. O Brahman, thereby your arrival at my palace is surprising and ideally sacred to me, and by your appearance I have become one who has gone on a quiet pilgrimage. Dasharatha deemed that city itself is sanctified with the arrival of Vishwamitra and think that he is like the one who secured the merit of pilgrimage without actually going over a sacred place. You may tell me, entreating which work your arrival chanced here, and I feel that I am indeed blessed and wish to make it happen to achieve result. It is unapt of you to deliberate about the feasibility of the work, O sage, with blessed vow, while I am the fulfiller of it without any reminder, since you are God to me indeed. O Brahman, this is the great prosperity that bechanced on me, and this is prosperity in its entirety that behinged on me as a result of your arrival. On hearing the word of high-minded Dasharatha, said that way in all his humbleness and those that are pleasant to ears as well to heart. He who is renowned for his personal attributes and reputed one by his exceptional qualities, that sublime sage Vishwamitra obtained high rejoice. So, guys, that was chapter 18, right? Am I right? Chapter 18. Now, let's see what we have on chapter 19. Sage Vishwamitra arrival to ask Rama along with him. So let's say Sage Vishwamitra asking Dasharatha to send Rama to protect the Vedic ritual that is being conducted by him from the demon that are constantly disrupting it. The sage assert King Dasharatha that he and other sages in Dasharatha court know the capabilities of Rama, and though Rama is in adult sense, he can easily kill the demons. But Dasharatha is upset at this request. On listening the grand and detailed sentence of that king, the lion Dasharatha, the great resplendent sage Vishwamitra is thrilled with happiness and spoke this way. O tigerly king, to you befitting are those words and to none else, as you are born in great dynasty and tutored by Vashishta. What concern I have in my heart, and I'm going to say, and you take decision thereof, O tigerly king, and become truthful to your promises. These days, I am abiding by a sacrificial vow to attain a spiritual goal, but, O best among men, two guys changing demon are causing obstacle to that ritual. At the near end of almost completed ritual of mine, two valiant and well-trained demon, namely Mareech and Sabhu, are drenched the altar of fire with stream of meat and blood. When the ritual vow is thus ravaged, I, as the one who exerted myself for the ritual, had to depart from that place unenthusiastically. And to me there is no will to let loose my anger. O king, as no curse shall be issued under vows, and like that the activity during the ritual shall be inoffensive, isn't it? As such, O tigerly king, it will be apt of you spare the service of that brave one whose valor itself is his truthfulness, that youngling whose hairlock are all the more jet black like crow wings on either side of the head. Spare the eldest son of yours, namely Rama. Indeed, he is capable to eradicate those demons that are thwarting the ritual by his own divine resplendence and protected by me as well. I will also accord many kind of benefit to him by which he acquire renown in all the three worlds, no doubt about it. Those two demons will be rendered incapable to stand fast on affronting Rama in any wise, and none other than Raghava has the fortitude to eliminate these two. Those two sinners that are berserk by their vigor have gone into subjection of death's noose. O tigerly king cannot counterbalance the great souled Rama. It will be unapt of you to show your paternal fondness, O king. Upon my oath, be assured that those two demons are eradicated. I am sensible of that sublime soul Rama, whose valor is his truthfulness, and even this great resplendent Vashishta and these saints that are here are aware. If you wish to gain in value of probity a long lasting and paramount renown on earth, it will be apt of you to hand over Ram to me. O Dashrata, you may send Rama if only your minister and all the other elite headed by Vashishta are going to give assent. It will be apt of you to send your choicest son, the lotus eye Rama, just for 10 days for the ritual without temporizing. I wish you to take decision I wish you to take decision as to how my ritual's time is not lapsed, and let safety betide you, let not your heart be rendered to grief. Thus Vishwamitra said to Dasharatha. On saying those words that comprise fairness and meaningfulness, that virtue's souled great saint with great resplendent paused. On hearing the Prometheus word of sage Vishwamitra, the best king Dasharatha shuddered and swooned as he is muffled upon the profound adversity, and after that, on regaining consciousness, he sank down in fear. This way, on hearing the word of the saint Vishwamitra, which is explicitly slitting his mind and heart, that illustrious and noble souled King Dasharatha then become highly annoyed at heart and flustered extremely in his throne. एक और चैप्टर पढ़ सकते हैं 19 चैप्टर हो गए दो दो चैप्टर ही पढ़ते हैं गाइस लेट्स नॉट बी अफेस्ट मेरा भी गला सूख गया है तो आई माइट बी कफिंग मच मोर देन आई शुड और while I was ठीक ठीक हो रहा है धीरे 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 गला ठीक हो रहा है बट अभी भी काफी ठीक होना बाकी है सो दैट वाज इंटरेस्टिंग वी गेट टू नो कि बचपन से ही राम और लक्ष्मण साथ में थे और भरत और शत्रुघ्न साथ में थे एंड टू मच यार विश्वामित्र जो मरीच और साबू आए थे आई गेस दे वर इक्विवेलेंट वैलियंट टू रावणा ठीक है मेरे ख्याल से ये बाद में ये बताएंगे कि मतलब रावण हैज शोज फियर इन दैट कि मरीच को कैसे मार दिया साहू को कैसे मार दिया अगर उनको मार दिया तो वो मुझे भी मार सकता है दैट्स द पॉइंट बस वो था कि हिज इमोर्टैलिटी इज इन इट्स स्टमक कि यहाँ मार दो तो मर जाएगा बट बालक हालांकि इन इक्विवेलेंट टू द पावर टू द स्ट्रेंथ टू द नॉलेज मरीच वाज इक्विवेलेंट टू रावण टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट ये मैंने सुना था कहीं आई एम रियली नॉट श्योर दैट्स ट्रू और नॉट लेट्स स्टॉप शेयरिंग द स्क्रीन हाँ ये मैंने सुना था कहीं मे बी यू विल गेट टू नो लेटर बट सी कि विश्वामित्र जी से जाते हैं और राम को बोलते हैं कि 10 दिन के लिए मुझे दे दो 10 दिन इतने से कम दिन आई गेस ये और लंबा चलेगा आई एम रियली नॉट श्योर बट देखते हैं It's time to get sleep. We will keep it chapter 2 until and unless I am fit. We will keep it 2 chapters a day. So today we done, I guess, 17, I guess 18 or 19 or 17 or 18, something like that. हमने करा we will continue these reading session because it's gonna take a long time to complete this Valmiki Ramayan by Valmiki's Ramayan, Balkanda chapter 17 or 18. I don't know 18 or 19. Oh, और हाँ मैंने अभी 1 मिनट रुक जाओ मैंने शायद 19 चैप्टर पढ़ा था लेट मी जस्ट ओपन 19 चैप्टर तो ताकि कल से जब मैं आऊँ तो मुझे 19 चैप्टर दिखाई दे ताकि मैं कंफ्यूज ना हो बिकॉज आई एम नॉट गुड विद नंबर्स आज कौन सा पढ़ा कल कौन सा पढ़ेंगे वी विल सी व्हाट वी विल रीड in meanwhile. So thank you so much for listening. If you're listening here, that's because life is not about the cut to, right? Life is continuous and without a cut. If it gets cut, you died, bro. So let's let's go back to the old days in terms of spending a day. How should you spend a day? Because once you start scrolling, it's a very bad habit. So just make sure you're not scrolling, you're listening, because that's what I do. If I like something, I go to their resources, I go to their sources and read out in full or get the full knowledge. अगर कोई सिर्फ एक सेकंड कुछ सेकंड की रील, it's not healthy to be very honest. And I'm trying to teach you that only, but tomorrow I will be getting my mobile holder, magnetic mobile holder for gym. I will be going live in the gym. So, I'm just documenting my life in a manner that might inspire you to do things. But if not inspire, let us just tell me that such habits or such lifestyle is sustainable in a way. Maybe I could better build a better body. Maybe I'm not really not sure what to do. But I'll just go live in front of you guys without any, because तुमने देखा होगा that uh, who's that girl, Rebel Kid. उसकी कोई I'm really not sure. उसकी कोई रील आई थी जिसमें वो कह रही थी कि I have to go to the PRP session. I have to do this. I के नीचे जो ये dark circle हटाने का होता है. I have to do this. I have to go to PRP and my hairs are falling. I'm feeling distressed. I'm not feeling happy. To be healthy is the first blessing. जब तक तुम्हारी सेहत ठीक है तब तक तुम्हारी जिंदगी में 100 दिक्कतें हो सकती है, और जैसे ही तुम्हारी जिंदगी में सेहत खराब हो गई, तुम्हारी सिर्फ एक दिक्कत है, वो है सेहत. विदाउट हेल्थ देयर इज नथिंग. So just make sure you eat healthy, you do your activity in a healthy manner so you won't get physically unfit. It's very, very, very important, to be physically fit. Otherwise, life is no fun. So I'm trying to abide by those rules. What I'm trying to tell you, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm yawning. I'm waked up. I wake up at around 3:30 in the morning, so it's around my sleep time. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, or maybe I'll try my best to be alive or be live or at the right time so I can do this session tomorrow again. Um, you can check out my Instagram by the same name, Time Alive. So it's about having a good life. So see you guys. Ram Ram sabko, Har Har Mahadev. ख्याल रखो अपना. टाटा बाय.